Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. Today, we're going to continue with the sixth book of Marcus Aurelius Meditations, and we will start with the seventh book, but tomorrow. So, let's do this. Whatsoever in any kind does happen to anyone is expedient to the whole, as thus much to content us might suffice, that it is expedient for the whole in general. But yet this also shalt thou generally perceive, if thou dost diligently take heed that whatsoever does happen to any one man or man. And now I am content that the word expedient should more generally be understood of those things which we otherwise call middle things or things indifferent, as health, wealth, and the like. As the ordinary shows of the theatre and of other such places, when thou art presented with them, affect thee, as the same things still happen, as the same things still seen, and in the same fashion make the sight ingrateful and tedious. So must all the things that we see all our lifelong affect us, for all things above and below are still the same, from the same causes. When then will there be an end? Let the several deaths of men of all sorts, and of all sorts of professions, and of all sorts of nations, be perpetual object of thy thoughts, so that thou mayest even come down to Philistio, Phaeabus, and Ariganian. Pass now to other generations. Fear shall we, after many changes, where so many brave orators are, where so many grave philosophers, Heraclitus, Phar- Phagoras, Pythagoras, Socrates, where so many heroes of the old times, and then so many brave captains of the latter times, and so many kings. After all things, where Eudoxus, Hipparchus, Archimedes, whereas so many other sharp, generous, industrious, subtle, peremptory dispositions, and among others, even they that have been the greatest scoffers and deriders of the frailty and brevity of these our human life, as Menippus and others, as many as there have been such as he. Of all these consider that they long since are all dead and gone. And what do they suffer by it? Nay, they that have not so much as a name remaining, what are they the worse for it? One thing's there is, and that only, which is worth our while in the world, and out by us much to be esteemed, and that is according to truth and righteousness, meekly and lovingly to converse with false and unrighteous man. When thou wilt comfort and cheer thyself, call to mind the several gifts and virtues of them whom thou dost daily converse with, as, for example, the industry of the one, the modesty of another, the liberality of a third, of another, some other thing. For nothing can so much rejoice thee as the resemblances and parallels of several virtues, visible and eminent in the dispositions of those who live with thee, especially when all at once, as near as may be, they represent themselves unto thee, and therefore thou must have them always in readiness. Dost thou grieve that thou dost weigh but so many pounds, and not the 300 rather, just as much reason hast hast thou to grieve that thou must live but so many years, and not longer. For as for bulk and substance, thou dost content thyself with that proportion of it that is allotted unto thee, so shouldest thou for time. Let us do our best endeavors to persuade them, but however, if reason and justice lead thee to it, do it, though they be never so much against it. But if any shall by force withstand thee and hinder thee in it, convert thy virtuous inclination from the object unto another, from justice to contented equanimity. And cheerful patience, so that what in thee one is thy hindrance, thou must make use of it for the exercise of another virtue. And remember that it was with due exception and reservation that thou didst at first incline and desire. For thou didst not set thy mind upon things impossible. Upon what then? That all that thy desires might ever be moderated with this due kind of reservation. And this thou hast, and must always obtain, whether the things desired be in thy power or no. And what do I care for more, if that for which I was born and brought forth into the world, to rule all my desires with reason and discretion, may be? The ambitious supposes another man's act, praise and applause, to be his own happiness. The voluptuous his own sense and feeling, but he that his voice, his own action. It is in thy power absolutely to exclude all manner of conceit and opinion, as concerning this matter, and by the same means to exclude all grief and sorrow from thy soul. Whereas for the things and objects themselves, they of themselves have no such power whereby to beget and force upon us any opinion at all. Use thyself when any man speaks unto thee, so to hearken unto him, as that in the interim thou give not way to any other thoughts, that so thou mayst, as far as possible, seems fixed and fastened to his very soul, whatsoever he be that speaks unto thee. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee. Will either passengers or patients find fault and complain either the one if they be well carried, or the other is if well cured? Do they take care of any more than this? The one that their shipmaster may bring them safe to land, and the other that their physician may effect their recovery. How many of them who came into the world at the same time when I did are already gone out of it? To them that are sick of the jaundice, honey seems bitter, and to them that are bitten by a mad dog, the water terrible. He's talking about rabies. The water terrible, and to children a little ball seems a fine thing. And why then should I be angry? Or do I think that error and false opinion is less powerful to make man transgress than either cloher, being immoderate and excessive, to cause the jaundice, or poison to cause rage? No man can hinder thee to live as thy nature doth require. Nothing can happen unto thee but what the common good of nature does require. Doth. What matter of man they be whom they seek to please, and what to get, and by what actions? How soon time will cover and bury all things, and how many it has already buried. Alright, guys. So, the next reading session, we're going to continue with the 7th book. Alright. Thank you for joining me today, and see you tomorrow. Bye.